Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Painted South. Last summer we sold our home in July, and in August we purchased this slightly smaller home on some land out in the country. So this home was built in 1997, and obviously it needed lots of work and updating. Overall, it was a nice blank slate, and I am taking my time bringing my style into the house one room at a time. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing part one of the guest room number 1 makeover. We have 2 guest rooms, and I'm going to start in the smaller one in the front of the house. Now, all of the old flooring has been totally removed and replaced with this luxury vinyl plank flooring. I mentioned in a previous haul video that my color palette inspiration would come from this beautiful painting, and so I wanted the wall color for this guest bedroom to be tinted close to one of the blended colors on the side of the building. Okay, as far as the paint color goes, I ended up going with Dakota Trail. It's a Valspar color, but I did have it color matched at my local Ace Hardware, and I purchased Clark and Kensington paint, which I actually really liked. It was a little more expensive, but I liked how it went on and the quality of the paint, and I do love the color beside this, the Epic. I could have gone a little bit darker. I don't think this color is coming across very well on camera, but if you do like the color in the room, that's the color that I went with. Now, I always like to save $1, but I did not want to drive 25 minutes one way to Lowe's just to get this paint color. And so I went to my local Ace Hardware store, and they did a color match, and it is almost identical. It's very, very close. And I got it in this Clark and Kensington paint. I am actually really happy with the quality of this paint, and it was worth the money and the fact that it was very close to my house. I went with an eggshell finish, and I purchased 2 gallons. If you need more than 1 gallon but not as many as 5 gallons, always buy an extra bucket and mix your 2, 3, 4 gallons together. I learned this the hard way years ago when I had to go back for more paint and it did not match the color exactly. Alright, so I was able to fit both gallons into this 2-gallon bucket. Luckily, there was enough extra room here where it wasn't overflowing, so I guess it's a little bit more than 2 gallons. So I'm going to stir this, make sure it's all mixed up, and then start painting. I have a mess in here in the middle of the floor, but I had to fix the baseboard and shoe mold, do some scraping and recalking and some things, and so I did scrape the ceilings. I did a dry scrape. I put some white chalk paint on the ceiling fan for now until I find a light fixture that I like. And there you can see the wall color. It is going to be the top one right there. That was a maybe, but it kind of looked fleshy to me, so not doing that one. I think this will really make the room a lot richer. I'm not going to bore you with filming me paint. I think we've all seen it, so I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. I guess Cass is waiting for me to get out here and start painting. All right, let me go get my cleaner. All right, so I need to prep this first, and this needs to come off. I guess I could leave it, but it'll drive me nuts. So I'm gonna try to scrape some of the sticker off with this plastic knife, and then I'm just gonna try this Goo Gone. Now it says for paint, but I think it will probably get off that sticky stuff right there. Okay, so I'm just going to use the bucket that I emptied out from the paint when I painted the room. And I put some hot water, a little bit of Dawn, and this awesome cleaner. You can get it at the Dollar Tree or Walmart or anywhere. And instead of using Gloss Off, which I usually use before I paint, I'm just going to use this combination. Alright, well there's still some sticky residue and it's rolling off pretty much. I am sanding it. Obviously I wouldn't do this if I weren't going to repaint it, but I need to get the rest of this sticky residue off, and then I'm going to put cardboard under the legs, and then it's ready to spray paint. Alright, so the paint I'm going to be using is this Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint and primer. It is textured black. It's fast drying, maximum rust protection, and it's supposed to go on any surface. And it has a no peel guarantee, so I really hope this works. No run strips or errors. You can't really tell. There's a light texture. I don't know if I can get it to focus. There is a light texture to it. Nothing dramatic. It's not like hammered or anything like that. So I would try to film this while I'm spray painting, but it's just probably going to get on my phone. So I will show you after the first coat is on. There's the side I haven't painted yet. And here is one thin coat on. I think it's covering pretty well. I actually like the metal showing through a little bit, so if I don't get 100% coverage, that's okay. That will add to the patina when I'm all done, but I think it looks a lot better. All right, back to painting. All right, I got a pretty good, like 2 coats on here. I wasn't worried about 100% coverage because I'm going to be adding a little bit of highlights and some other colors, so if I miss some spots, that's fine. You won't be able to tell. So this took 1.5 cans. The second can didn't spray quite as well as the first. I don't know if it needed to be cleaned or not, the little nozzle, but it's fine. You won't be able to tell. Just a couple of little splitches here and there. But I think it looks a lot richer, being a darker color. I'm not going to leave it matte black because it's too boring for me. So I'll just be adding a little bit of highlights here and there and bring out some of that detail, and then I think it will be ready to go in the room. So I ended up finding this light fixture at a lighting store. I purchased it new for $128. I liked the shape and the size, but I did not like the finish. And so I applied a very similar paint finish to the light fixture as I did to the bed, with the exception of adding a little bit of gold. I really like the way it turned out, and after we cover up these ugly ceilings in the future, it will look even better. Don't be afraid to paint your light fixtures. It's a great way to upcycle and save money if you already have something that you do like the shape and size. And here is how the room is looking so far. In part 2, we're going to be adding more furniture pieces, bedding, accessories, and all of the pretty touches. I did bring in this French country cabinet, which will also need a makeover. It was damaged when I purchased it, and if you have any color suggestions for the cabinet, I would love to hear those in the comment section below. Since this is the first room that I'm actually getting to paint and decorate, it is really confirming that the flooring selection that we made was the right choice. I really do still love the color, and I love all of the knots because it's supposed to look like hickory. It adds warmth, but it's not too dark, and it's not super light where it just looks too bland or modern. So I'm really loving this selection, and like I said, it's really going with everything that I'm bringing into the room. Now, normal curtain hardware can get very expensive, and I didn't want to spend a fortune on this. I also wanted something kind of unique, and so I decided that I would purchase 2 heavy metal double hooks. I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I purchased this 12-foot long dowel rod in 1 1/4 diameter from my local lumberyard. Now, they do sell these, I believe, at Lowe's, maybe even Home Depot. I think they're probably in the closet section and used as a closet rod. I'm not sure if you can get them in 12-foot lengths there, but if not, check your local lumberyard. I used an aged oak gel stain to get this warm color, and then I top coated it with a dark wax. The black curtain rings came from Lowe's. Now, my idea for that upper hook was to add a hanging basket with faux greenery, possibly real greenery. I'm just not sure about watering it and having it be so super heavy. I could always use air plants, but I will probably go with faux greenery, and then as the seasons change, I can hang other decorative items. I found these beautiful curtains to use for spring and possibly into summer. Normally, I would have more panels for a much fuller look. However, there was only 1 pair of these at HomeGoods in the 96-inch length. Now, in my opinion, my favorite thing is to see a little bit of a puddling at the bottom of the curtain panel where it touches the floor. I definitely don't like to see curtains that are just a couple of inches off the floor, like they're too short. I call them floods. You can either do long curtains that puddle or just hit the floor, or you should probably have them just at the bottom of the windowsill and the trim right below it. I really love the muted colors on these curtains. Its fresh yet subtle floral pattern on the light filtering fabric gives a real spring vibe, but I did decide to layer another 96-inch curtain that I already had on hand behind these panels for added privacy and darkening when needed. All right, so I did go to Lowe's and I purchased 2 different rugs. I absolutely loved the other one, but I think I'm going to use it in a different area. It is very thin. I was a little surprised at the quality for the price, but this one I really loved. My original idea for this room and every room in the house really is to be able to change things out seasonally. And so this rug will add a lot of texture to the room, and then I can just do small area rugs either in the center, or my idea was to do a short little runner like right in front of the bed to coordinate with decorative pillows. So every season I can do, let's say, plaid or stripe curtains and then coordinating pillows for Christmas or fall. Same thing with the small area rug. And so that was my idea as far as keeping this room neutral and warm and being able to change it out. So in this case, like with these curtains, I would probably get some purple and green accent pillows, maybe a little area rug there, and of course do coordinating things in the cabinet. And then I can change out the curtains for fall and winter. I just like doing that. Some people leave the same things up all year, which is fine. It's just something I really like to do. So let's get this rolled out and see what it looks like. Now I have to say, I love this rug. It adds so much texture, warmth, and coziness to this room. The color is perfect. It goes really, really well with the floor. Well, that is going to do it for part 1 of this room makeover. In part 2, I'm going to be bringing in more furniture, painting that French country cabinet, adding lots of art and accessories, adding greenery, new bedding, pillows, and so on. I am so excited to do all of the fun parts of a room renovation. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you gave me a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. And when you do, please make sure you hit the notification bell and select the option all so you won't miss the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your love and support. I wish everyone the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.